The TK Kirkland Show. Yeah. Wait. Hey, don't let them play you. I'm trying to save you. If somebody use your time, make sure they pay you. Pay attention, really listen, I hope you understand. Execute your vision, go and get it, be a man. Save your money, motherfucker, for another day. We got the book and the album on the fucking way. This generation is full of hate. Always worrying what the next man make it. They never want to see the next man make it. 2018, let's have a gangster conversation. Like how to treat a woman, take care of your kids. Gotta take responsibility for what you did. I do it to inspire, take your mind a little higher. Like her name on the degree, not her name on the flyer. Yeah, boss move. We just doing what a boss do. We own now and we off you. It's true. The TK Kirkland Show.
Miss Sherrell Anderson, how are you, young lady?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Oh, I like that. I'm spectacular, dear. Spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the TK Kirkland Show. I have Miss Sherrell Anderson on the phone, and I've been trying to get with this sister for a few months now. Her schedule's been busy. My schedule's been busy. And we're going to talk to the people today, and I want the audience to know, if you watch my comedy show, you hear I talk about life insurance and getting your life together, but I also want to tell you guys about the power of credit. And this young lady right here is going to help my audience and people around the world to understand credit in a better light, so to speak. You know, so she'll give a little history about who you are, how you started your company, and then we'll see how information we could put out here to the people of the world, since we are such great influencers.
Absolutely. And TK Kirkland, thank you so much for this opportunity. I do not take it lightly, and I'm totally honored to be on your show. I will have to say this. I grew up just like most people in the 60s and 70s, being told by our uncles and our grandparents that if you don't have the cash, you don't need it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that set us up for failure, basically. We didn't know how to handle credit, how to really push for real success, especially for me. I was born and raised in the project, so I didn't see a lot of that.
Right.
But grew quickly into understanding that that was not the life that I really wanted, and I didn't see the success, so I had to go out away from that atmosphere what I grew up in. Being a real estate agent for 16 years, I'm speeding up. Being a real estate agent for 16 years, I'm always getting the question of, Sherrell, what do I do with my credit? I mean, I got the money to buy a house, or I have my taxes together, but I'm always stopped when it comes to credit. I don't know what to do. And for years, TK, I would send them to people that said they could work it out, and two things would happen. One, they did temporarily, and then they sent their clients to another real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
Or two, they couldn't fix it at all, and
right.
I lost the client. So either way, I lost clients, and I love what I do, and it's a relationship in everything that you do. And so I didn't want to lose any more relationships with clients. I wanted them to be able to live the dream of home ownership. They deserve it. They work hard for it. And so when I was introduced to this company, I could not wait to sign on the dotted line. And I said, you mean to tell me this is a company that has an A+ accreditation with the Better Business Bureau? These are real people. Been doing it for almost 15 years. And this can help people to change their lives. And so I started off. And remember I said I was a real estate agent for 16 years? Well, when I first started in this company, my credit was a 504. My credit has suffered. I lost a home. I was a real estate agent. I lost my home back in 2011, filed bankruptcy, had the foreclosure and medical bills, and I never thought that I would ever be able to buy a home again. But I took the chance. I put myself and my husband in the program. Literally 3.5 months later, we went from a 504 to me, close to 7. My husband, over 700, and we were able to purchase a home with a VA loan.
Right.
That's huge. And so from then on, I started saying, no way. This has got to get out to the masses. This has got to be in every household. People need to understand that there is power in credit. There is access. This is stuff that we didn't know about. For instance, all the negative items that's on our credit can be removed based on the laws, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And most communities don't know that it's set in place for us to leverage our rights.
Right.
So I took advantage of it. Now I'm helping people across the country, U.S. Virgin Islands, and to Puerto Rico. We went over to Puerto Rico a few months ago and helped tons of people. Yeah, and I just love it. I love being able to help people. Just on Friday, a young lady that came to me a year ago with a mid-300 credit score. She closed on her home for her family, 5 acres, 4,400 square feet, and she came from a 300 credit score. So that's the kind of stuff I love. You know, that journey.
Right.
Yeah,
right, I like that, but I'm going to share something with you. I think all those stories is good, but how do we help my people? How do we help our people? What do they have to do? What can we do about bankruptcies? What do they have to do about all those type of things, you know? I'm hearing the success stories, but I want to get into, let's get the people the information.
Sure. Thank you. So bankruptcies, child support, student loans, tax liens, all those scary words are all negative items. The Fair Credit Reporting Act states that any item that's negative can be removed based on being erroneous, inaccurate, or obsolete. Those 3 key factors is what we have to learn is what is our power. So rather than saying, oh, I have a student loan, I heard it can never be removed. Well, the myth is that it can't be removed. The fact is none of this stuff has any governmental authority at all to be on our credit. Credit bureaus are owned by banks that want money, and they get rich off of our credit demise. And so until they get rich off of our credit demise.
How?
Because we don't know that all the negative items that's on our credit that's removing us from having access to homes, businesses, great credit, they feed off of that. And so we don't know because we've always heard those big, scary words, student loans and foreclosures can never be removed from the credit report.
Mm-hmm.
So we sit there with all this stuff and we're like, oh my gosh, my credit is bad. I'll never get anything anyway. So they never try. Where the fact is, if there's an error, it has to be removed. If there's inaccuracies, it has to be removed. If it's a creditor that is gone out of business, who are you going to pay? It has to be removed if it's not 100% accurate. And the credit bureaus know that, but they're not going to tell us. So I give out the secrets that the credit bureaus won't tell us. We got to get our power back.
Right.
And that's how we do it, by understanding the laws, and that is here in place for us.
So say that one more time. So they purposely set you up so they can win.
I love it. Yes, I love the way you put that. That's exactly it. And this Fair Credit Reporting Act was put in place in 1971. That's 47 years of us just not knowing that, oh goodness, wait a minute, this company went out of business. Why is it still on my credit report?
Right.
And holding me down. If they put a O in your name and it should be an A, it's inaccurate. It has to be removed. No, don't fix it. Take it off, because the law states it has to be 100% accurate. And 5 out of 6 credit reports contain those problems. That's why our company is so successful in removing and changing people's lives, because these creditors, the credit reports are being input mainly by people that's not even in our country.
Damn.
They're not even going to call and verify if it's true or not. What is this? Is this a T or is this an L? They're not going to call. They're going to input what they think they see.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a show from 60 Minutes that was out a few years ago. It's called 40 Million Mistakes.
Mm-hmm. So
you can Google 40 Million Mistakes by 60 Minutes and you will see everything that I'm saying to you. This is a well-known secret, and I'm ready to expose it. That's what I'm doing. I want to expose it. Our community deserves better.
I totally agree.
We just fight for it and speak up, we'll get it. But if we keep silent and closed minds, it's not going to change. So thank you for allowing me to come on and speak about this because it's time to change that. The trajectory of our lives are dependent on what we're going to do with it.
Yeah. Now, Sherrell, if you don't start giving information, I'm gonna come where you at and pinch you because you're preaching. I want you to give the information, babe. Now, let's talk about the 40 million mistakes. Explain that part. Explain to me what was it about and how did it come to this point and why did they come up with it?
Okay, so that particular series, if you will, is, I believe 40 million mistakes came because there's 43 million people in America with bad credit. 40 million? And so 43 million people in the U.S. with bad credit.
Okay.
Less than 599 credit score.
Damn, okay.
Right? Yeah, and so it was a few people that said, wait a minute, why is my credit bad? I've always paid my bills on time.
Right.
They start uncovering it. 3 or 4 years later, they realized, wait a minute, this name is not mine, it's on my credit. Her credit is on my credit report, and it's not me.
Whoa.
So they try over and over again to contact the credit bureaus to no avail. They've hired attorneys, spent thousands of dollars to no avail, just to find out that the credit bureaus cannot, those people are not trained to call, they can't email, they're not going to verify. What they see is what they type. And that's why it became a big deal, because some other people found all these mistakes on their credit report.
Right.
And decided to speak up. So now that is in the forefront of everybody's mind. 43 million people in America with 599 credit score. Any and everything that's negative can be removed from the credit report legally. When it's gone with our company, it never comes back. That's satisfaction guaranteed because it's a legal removal. So they can't legally put it back on there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
don't file bankruptcy to get rid of negative items, right? You're going to come right back and say, wait a minute, this bankruptcy has caused me problems. Take it off. Well, don't file bankruptcy, y'all. Get it removed legally.
Now, how about evictions and all the child support? Now, I had an episode on my show about child support. And when I was telling people a long time ago that they can get their child support taken off if they follow the steps that I had on the show. Because in actuality, child support is illegal, and a lot of people don't know that. This is another thing that they're put in the system. Do you agree? Because if you miss a child support payment, guess what? That goes on your credit, like a loan. You didn't file out you didn't fill out no paperwork for a loan. That should be on your credit.
Right.
So what do you say to that? I saw that you said that you guys can deal with on child support. How do you deal with child support? And then we'll talk about the eviction situation as well.
Well, yeah, that's a negative item. They don't ding you when you pay it on time, do they? They don't report it when they... Right. So why ding me when it's missed? Yeah, they need to pay it. But that's another way of holding people down.
Right.
And the majority of this happening is in the African-American community.
Right, it's true.
Okay, so there's yet another thing that's going to cause you, one, because everything based on credit. If someone pulls your credit to give you a job.
Yep, just give me say that. You can't get a job if you got bad credit. Excuse my language. I'm going to say it anyway. It's my show. What the fuck I'm thinking about? Who the fuck came up with that?
Right. Somebody,
no, I'm asking you, who the fuck came up with if I am qualified for a job, but because of my credit is bad, you can't hire me.
That is a fact. Not only that, PK, what about insurance? If you have not so great credit, you're going to hit everything in sight. That's basically what the insurance companies are saying, because your insurance score is based on your credit, not just your zip code, not just where you live or if you park in a garage or not.
What insurance? What kind of insurance?
Your car insurance.
Okay, I just want to make sure we clear that. So if your credit is, explain that again.
If you have less than perfect credit, there's an insurance score that goes from A to F. In other words,
and it messes with your insurance, your payment?
Absolutely.
You are fucking kidding me.
Yeah, it's true. Insurance scores. I dare anybody to call their insurance company and ask how they're scored. Now, you might get some people, and I've talked to a couple of insurance companies that say, oh, we don't base it on that. But guess what? Their premium is high because they don't want to look at it. You can pay the price either way. My insurance particularly went down $2,000 plus when our credit got right. Insurance. Everything.
That's
job. You could be the best employee with the best experience and knowledge, but if you have less than perfect credit, if you get the job, you're paid less than someone that has great credit. Everything is based on credit.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you hear that? This is why you young guys, older people, middle age, senior citizens, not so much. You got to get your. This is very important what we're dealing with here today with Ms. Anderson, because I'm really on a mission around this country and around the world to get people insured life insurances and teaching them how to be regional and district managers. It's going to be the next episode coming up next week about insurance and how to take advantage of that. But this credit thing is extremely important. Now, what does your company do to assist people in the things that we're talking about?
Okay, so what we do, we actually go in and we provide a service. It's called a protection plan membership. Mm-hmm. We provide credit restoration, but, the thing about it is we can remove credit all day long, but then what? We also provide credit builder. We provide ways to get out of debt. Our services encompasses 13 different products, a financial lockbox. We also provide LifeLock, which is going to protect your identity so you're more susceptible when you're doing great. So we want to make sure you're protected against that. We provide wills, trust, medical, and financial power of attorney, things that our communities, again, don't want to talk about so we don't have.
Right.
We provide a credit attorney. So for harassment phone calls, our attorney helps those get stopped. For things, tough bankruptcies, they found so many loopholes and bankruptcies being added to your credit that we have our credit attorney now that will go in and fight that battle for you, and in some cases get you some type of compensation from it. Right. We provide these services because me being in real estate, I always call it a financial renovation. We're going to renovate your credit, your finances, and set you up for a great life of financial freedom, ability for access. So those are the services we provide. We, again, are A+ rated, around for 15 years. We want to educate our communities about financial literacy. We also go into the schools and teach matters of financial literacy to our children 8 to 18. We're across the country doing that. We provided $250,000 in scholarship money in February of this year. February of 2019, it will be $350,000 that was given away to students so that they can understand and learn financial literacy and go on to college. With that, we also provide a way that for people that want to help other people, as I'm doing, to be able to partner with us as well. That's one thing that I absolutely love about this company, because not only did I receive the products that our customers receive, but I can help other people. You can add an additional source of income to your household. You can help people no matter where you are.
So basically, your company can help with credit, but then you guys also hire people as well to work within the company as well?
As an independent agent, there's an income opportunity for independent agents. So it's not necessarily a job. It's not a job.
Okay.
This is a way that someone can say, Yeah. This is a way that someone can say, you know what? I've been in corporate for a long time. I got too many talents and abilities, and I want to do my own thing. I have goals. This is a way that people can add additional income to their household, or, you know, every millionaire says they need 7 sources of income, right? Our company.
Now, I want to be clear on something, Sherrell. I want to be clear on something.
Mm-hmm.
When you say add additional income, how can you add additional income doing this?
As an independent agent, there's residual income. There's
meaning you get paid off
as we're helping people.
You bring in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make
You're
sure.
able to help people. Yeah, you're able to go any and everywhere, and we're IRS regulated too. So everything that we do is under the laws. But we're able to go into any place, any state, and help people restore their credit. Now, when they come in as a customer, you know, they're going to pay a service fee. We're able to help them with that, and that is our additional source of income that we add. And I can get more into detail with you at any time about that, just to explain all the 8 ways that we get paid. But just think about someone that's stuck in corporate America. I was stuck in corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
And you're building somebody else's dream. You're working so hard, and you don't find a light of day. You still have to work 2 or 3 jobs, which 2 or 3 jobs is for 2 or 3 people. So we not only want to help you get back on track for credit, and if you've never had great credit, this is the time to do that. If you have ambitions to build your own legacy, this is another option for people to do.
Now, how can you build your own legacy through this, dear?
Because this is your own business. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your own business, yeah.
So you could start out doing what you're doing and grow and start your own business to help people with credit. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Studies show that 100 million people are working, and 70 million would prefer not to. They would prefer to be their own boss, but they don't either, 1, have the income, or 2, have the mentorship. How am I going to start my own business?
Because I noticed, I'm sorry to interrupt, because you have a lot of people now going around the country, right? I won't say their names, that are milking people for their hopes and dreams. You know, people on TV, you pay $5,000 to have a conversation with this person for 10 minutes. You pay another $3,000 to go on the weekend resort, and they teach you how to better your business. And I'm telling people that you could take that same money and invest in yourselves, because they go all around the country and doing this. Logically, there's no way one person can help thousands of people build their company. It's impossible. It's not even, it's not mathematically right to pull something off like that. So when I hear you saying what comes down, we're talking something good. We got people's ear. How much does it cost? Is it a one-time fee? Is it once a month? How does this work with you guys?
Awesome. So for a customer to get their credit restored, it's only $89 a month. There's no contract.
Now, let me say it to you. So a person is paying $89 a month. Now, do you guys, and I got to put it out there, do you guys tell a person that it's going to take this long so you can get another $89 a month? You know, does it take a year? Because normally it doesn't take a year to do somebody's credit. Am I right?
It does not take a year. I repeat, it does not take that long.
Okay, and the reason why I said that, because I know somebody on this phone is going to say, are they going to milk this shit for like a year and get $89 a month? So you might have to pay $89 a month.
Yes. I tell people the
average
is 3 to 6 months. The
average. I like that.
The longest time I've ever had anyone to need our service was 9 months, and those were the people that had the mid-300 credit score.
Right.
We're 100% debt-free company, which means there's no point in holding people long. You find that with people that need to pay their bills, you know. So we're 100% debt-free. Our annual sales growth is over 110% every single year. And I'm saying that to say we keep people as long as they need to. There's no contractual obligations. In fact, once they hit, I tell people, get your credit score goals, whether it's to buy a home a car, start a business, or just have the perfect credit. Set that goal. There's a portal that they're in. They have their own portal, so they see all the updates. Everything that we do on their behalf, they see everything.
Okay.
In fact, one of the services is Smart Credit that's going to send them an email every single time their credit increases. It may say, hey, Ms. Anderson, your credit just went up 171 points.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to get increases in their email every month. And they may say, oh, shoot, 171 points. Okay, that means I started at 504. I can now go and apply for a mortgage. They no longer need the services. All they have to do is call and just continue. That's the awesome way. Why I put my name behind this company is because they don't hold them long. They get them in, they get them out, and send them on their way.
Right.
That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it because we demand 30 to 45 days is the law. 30 to 45 days once you see the problem to take it off. So in that sense, if we're hitting every single negative item, whether it's 3 or 53, every single dispute, why hold them a year? There's a lot of places that do. They're a year and a half, and they're like, wait a minute, what's going on at the point? I still got
because I was going to hang up on you and tell me some crazy shit. I was about to hang up right now if you'd have said some shit like that.
And
but I
you
like that
within your rights.
I like that stuff.
We don't play games like that. And the reason why it was offered for people to help other people do this, the company's been in business 15 years, but it's only been open to people like me, independent agents, for close to 5. And the reason being is people were saying, wait a minute, I know a lot of people that I can help. Can I help other people too? So the founders are still in place today. Hadn't gone anywhere.
Okay.
They said, wait a minute, well, that's true. All the people that's being helped know people that need to be helped. So let's open it up for independent agents. So that's the story behind that. And I truly appreciate it because it's changed my life. It's changed so many people's lives. And I know the people that listen to you are definitely open-minded and ready for something to help them change theirs too. So $89 per month. You do. As long as they need the service. Now, for a person that comes in and say, I want to help other people, we invest as agents $288 to start. That is our first month of service for ourselves, and $199 for the business office that contains everything. The whole infrastructure is complete. So $288 for agents. And I tell people this way can be one time or it can be $89 a month like the customers. But if you start a business to help or you started to help other people, all you need is 5 people, and that pays for your services forever.
So now explain about the 5 people and the 2 something one more time. I was looking up. I'm in New York, and I'm looking at Times Square, and I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. So for an agent like myself to invest and help other people, we invest $288. That covers our business office.
Now I'm gonna dissect your conversation. So you invest $288. Now it's business now. How are you making your money back for your investment, $288? So because when you go out to help other people, you get a piece of that $89 a month that they bring in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. I just want to make sure
I can definitely go. Let's go into detail. Okay. So when customers enroll, if they pay a $99 service activation fee, that's your commission.
Okay.
And
this is for an agent. This is for an agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when customers enroll, they pay $188. The $99 is their activation. The $89 is their monthly. Out of the $188, you as an independent agent that's paid $288 to invest, you have 5 people. That's $100 per person. You got your return on investment as soon, as quick, as fast as you decide to.
Now, and when your definition of helping, they go out, they find somebody or someone talks to them about it, and then they direct the person to the company, correct? And then the company takes it from there.
The company takes it from there. I like how you think, TK. Yes, the company does all the legwork. They're the 400
you guys
plus
give a code
that we have.
Yeah, you guys give an 800 number and a code, to the customer. So when they call in, they talk to a true professional. They'll make money off each customer that they'll get. So you can literally walk down the street and say, hey, I'm this guy, blah, 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 blah. I want to help you with your credit. But if you dial this number and use my code, these people can help you with your credit, and you're going to love them. And you could keep doing it. And that's just really a good business move as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit more personable too, though. Actually, they have their own portal. I have my own website. We all have our own website, so we can actually give people the website. They can go and research and do all their background, and then they're able to opt in as a customer or enroll as an agent right then on the website. Mm-hmm. Now, yes, it then goes directly to one of our credit professionals that's trained in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They'll go out and they'll do all the legwork. We don't have to do that. One, the book, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, is 535 pages. None of us, we're not average people, not just going to read a law book unless we're lawyers, right? So they're trained in that, and they handle it all. Now, the personal part about it is everybody is my client, and I make sure that they're good. They have my phone number, first point of contact. They call, text me, or whatever they need to do. We do have our customer and agent support, but because of the business that I'm in, I want to make sure all of my folks are good to go. So we kind of, we'll tag team, but I always tell my clients, I'm your first point of contact. Call me. I got you covered.
Right.
So in that sense, yes, TK, we can be walking down the street and we can talk to people and say, yes, this is what I can do. This is what we offer. Hit this web link and get going.
Now, to the people listening,
TK?
Let me tell you something. I'm sorry to be Ian, but one thing I do on my show, I try to keep it real, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Sometimes I'm laying in bed. Sometimes I'm watching the game. So right now I'm at the Renaissance Hotel at Times Square in a restaurant. I'm having some wings and some barbecue sauce on the side. And I didn't want them to start sitting there while I was on the phone because they were smelling good. So that's why you heard me in here chewing. I'm watching the game on that. So I'm just living, just doing my thing. But to the fans and to the people all around the world, whatever, what's your website? I need you to give them the website. And your website has your phone number and your email, correct?
Yes, my website has lots of information. It's just my name, SherrellAnderson.net. And Sherrell is spelled SHERRELL, Anderson.net. And from there, there's a business opportunity, a partnership tab, my radio show tab, the business lifestyle, because I believe in living your life on your own terms. That's there, how to enroll as a customer, and for people that's renting. This is a game changer. You don't know what you're doing credit-wise on your credit when you're renting unless you stop paying and you get evicted. That's the only time they report, right? So with our company, we have what we call Credit My Rent. So if you've been paying your rent for the last 2 years on time, that can be added to your credit as a positive trade line. So now...
I like that.
You know what I mean? Because right now, if you're paying on time, the only people that know is you and your landlord. Now, everybody that pulls your credit for whatever reason can see that you're a good steward over your money, and that's a positive trade line. So for those who are renting, use that. That's a total game changer, especially if you're trying to buy a house.
That's a game changer. That's a game changer for real.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to help a lot of people out. So now you can use your rent as a form of a positive credit.
Yes. Yep.
Like that.
And we do also provide a secured card. Now, people with secured cards, they know this. They still got to apply for it. They still got to get approved for it, and it's high interest rates, right? Even though it's their money. We provide a secured credit card that is only based on your security deposit, not your Social Security number score, and it's only 11% interest rate. That's dope. So
yeah, that's low.
For those Yeah. So for those that don't have any positive credit, once we remove everything and it's all negative, everything is gone, how are you going to reestablish? You need a secured card. Put your rent on there. And from there, pay it on time to your utilization below 30%. Don't go getting $1,000 credit line and spending $9.99 because it's going to ruin your credit, right? Stay below 30%. And we teach our clients all of that in their portal. That's gonna build your credit. So again, we're all about educating about credit. Financial literacy is extremely important. It's extremely important in our communities. We know who's in office, who's not on our side when it comes to making sure that our money and our credit and finances are on point. This is it. And I will not put my name behind anything that doesn't make sense. And this totally changed my life and changed so many people's lives. Telling you from understanding credit to living a lifestyle that they want to live on purpose.
Yeah, I love this, man. Yeah, the fans gonna really, really, really love this for real. My other thing that I want to ask you is where you guys located. I always like to have, like, what city are you guys based in?
Sure. Our headquarters is in Farmington Hills, Michigan.
Okay, I just left there.
Uh-huh. Did you?
Yeah, I had a show in Detroit
Farmington
yesterday.
Hills, Michigan. Oh, okay, cool. And then our two key, our founders, Paramel Nayak and Mike Toloff, they're there. They've been there since the inception of the company. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. But again, we service all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So, and I actually, I have agents and teams, partners across the country.
Okay.
So no matter where you are, there's someone there that can help, or I can help. I have, like I said, partners in almost all states. Not quite all yet, but you may be somebody that want to be, part of the business, part of the partnership that's in the state that I don't have a current partner in just yet. But yeah, no matter where we are, I conduct webinars. I have my radio show. I conduct conference calls. Any means necessary to get this information out.
I love that. So to all my fans around the country and around the world, this is the lovely Michelle Anderson. Listen to me, Michelle. I think what you got here is awesome. I hope that the people who are listening take advantage of this great opportunity that I'm providing, that you guys are providing, because I think it's something that we truly, truly need. And what we'll do within 6 months to a year, after you get certain customers, I'm going to come back because I want to try to talk about this credit thing at least twice a year to really put it in people's minds about making sure that they have good established credit, and that's important to me.
And I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. We need more people like you, TK, that's willing to spread the word. We got to change our lives, our community.
Yeah, we got to change it. But we're doing it. We're doing it one show at a time. To the fans around the world, also this weekend, if you're in New York City, come check me out at the world-famous Caroline's Comedy Club, where I'll be dropping my comedy album, Gangsta Conversation, with the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and listen to from my single, Walking in the Rain, and the video drops also October 26th. You can catch it on my website, on the TK Kirkland. Just watch the Breakfast Club on Friday. All that information will be on there, and we'll take it from there. So, and if you pre-order the comedy album, Gangsta Conversation, you get half price on your tickets at the Caroline's on Broadway. So to the fans, to the people around the world that want to have a better life and do their thing, this is Michelle Anderson. And darling, did you give me information for the reach you?
Yes. Okay. So my website is SherrellAnderson.net. You can also text Sherrell, SHERRELL, to the number 76626, or you can pick up the phone and call me at 678-770-2787. 2172. So let me spell my name again because it's pretty tricky. SHERRELL. Anderson.net, or text Sherrell to the number 76626.
Cheryl, I love you. May God bless you. To the fans, to my loved ones out there in the world, may your pain be champagne. Love you, Sherrell. T to the motherfucking K, y'all. Gone.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production.